And we have got these ladies and gentlemen from the U.S. Navy Blue Angels. Their spectacular performance still to come.
You're watching the 2015 Albert Lee Appliance Seafair Cup, presented by Hyundai of Kirkland, your official dealer of Seafair on KIRO 7.
This is a full-service consumer stop. It's not just about confronting the bad guy. It's giving you the education so you're not in that spot in the first place. See, we're all in this together. You got a problem, and you need somebody to call. I'm here to give you and your family the financial information and backup you deserve. At the end of the day, I want to make sure you and your family make the best financial decisions. That's why I'm here.
Watch Jesse Jones on his new home, KIRO 7 Eyewitness News.
Beacon Plumbing is all about the community, from the hydroplanes
and Miss Beacon Plumbing wins the
to helping feed the community and employing the community. From everyone at Beacon Plumbing, thank you, Seattle.
Hey, wait. Stop freaking. Call Beacon.
While some look the world over for the right car, there is one dealer in the Northwest with the absolute best deals and an inventory so large it can be seen from space.
We order the largest inventory so our customers have the best selection.
And our low prices and great service have kept us #1.
Right now, you can get an all-new 2015 Escape starting at $16,975. Call or visit us today at fordofkirkland.com.
Happy anniversary to me.
It's Safeway's anniversary.
Happy anniversary to me.
But you're the one who's going to save some serious money.
Happy anniversary to me.
Right now with your club card, boneless, skinless chicken breast is $179. Pepsi 24 packs are $5.88. And Gatorade 8 packs are $3.99.
Happy anniversary to me.
Safeway's huge anniversary sale. It's just better.
Beacon Plumbing is all about the community, from the hydroplanes
and Miss Beacon Plumbing wins the
to helping feed the community and employing the community. From everyone at Beacon Plumbing, thank you, Seattle.
Hey, wait. Stop freaking. Call Beacon.
Now from Lake Washington, the Zyco Seafair Stand-Up Paddleboard Competition, presented by Bartell Drugs, serving Washington well since 1890 with 64 convenient locations.
Back to our start-finish tower position here along the shores of Lake Washington, along with Chip Hanauer, whom you recognize. And for those of you that know outdoor sports, you know this gentleman, Brennan Rose. We're here to talk about paddleboarding, and it is something new in Seafair this year. We have so many ways of being in, on, and around the water, and in the air showcase, above the water, but this is really something unique.
Yeah, and that's what's great about stand-up paddleboarding is we live in a water wonderland. Yep. If you lived in Sun Valley or if you lived in Aspen, would you not ski? Would you not snowboard? Well, how can you live in this area and not be on the water? And a great way to be on the water is a stand-up paddleboard. Why?
It's versatile. Anyone can do it. You don't have to be a professional at any other sport. You can be just a normal weekend warrior, and you can do it any body of the water all over the world.
Well, yesterday we had a race out here. We've taped it, and a lot of really great things happened. Number one, it was a great race. It was really close. And number two, there was a young woman who just completely decimated the women's ranks and most of the men. So if we can take a look at that table, talk to Brennan here. You know, Steve, I used to race hydroplanes.
Yes, you did. I heard that.
I raced a stand-up paddleboard.
No, you didn't.
I raced a stand-up. Ask me how I did.
How'd you do?
I won my class. Ask how many people were in my class.
How many people in your class? Just you, of course.
So this is right after the start. What's happening here, Brennan?
They're rounding the first buoy right after the start. You want to get in a good position, and also in any sport like cycling, NASCAR, they like you draft, and that helps save a lot of energy while you're racing.
Really, even at this slow speed, drafting is important.
Yes.
And what's the technique for drafting?
You want to be right behind their tail. You want to have your nose of your board just like that, and follow the one behind each other, and that helps save energy while you're racing.
Let's go back a step. What are these boards? How big are they? What are they made of?
This class right here is 14 foot. They're made out of some boards are made out of carbon fiber, some made of plastic, some made out of foam, and fast, very light board, average of 18 to 20 pounds.
And two organizations came together to make this happen. One was Tommy Bahama, a Seattle company, and the Parkinson's Group, people fighting Parkinson's. They created a series called Paddle for Parkinson's. The ones that are seeing here, God, that was Fiona, she won. The ones that competed here were in local races to earn the right to be here. So thank you to Tommy Bahama and Paddling for Parkinson's. And you raced across the Molokai Channel in Hawaii.
Yes, I just got done last weekend racing a 32-mile open ocean in the most dangerous channel in the world. And it was 6 hours it took me.
Well, Brendan, we appreciate it. This looks like a lot of work, way more than an old person like me, but it sure looks like fun, and we appreciate the competition and all those who were here. And again, something for all of us who live in, around the water here in the Northwest, something that we might want to look into. Brendan Rose, thanks so much. Stand-up paddleboarding. Chip Hanauer, congratulations. Blue Angels, don't go away.
You're watching the 2015 Albert Lee Appliance Seafair Cup, presented by Ford of Kirkland, your official dealer of Seafair on KIRO 7.
Beacon Plumbing is all about the community, from the hydroplanes
And Miss Beacon Plumbing wins the 2
to helping feed the community and employing the community. From everyone at Beacon Plumbing, thank you, Seattle.
Hey, wait. Stop freaking. Call Beacon.
Tacoma, Seattle, and Everett remind you to only water before 8 a.m. or after 7 p.m. during this record hot weather. For more tips, go to savingwater.org.
Kubota tractor and excavator buyers. Take home a new BX25 backhoe for only $15,999 or save $10,000 on a new KX040 excavator. Plus, get instant Kubota financing, Kitsap tractor and equipment. Why pay more?
The Buttery Jack was a huge success. People went crazy for a burger with melted garlic herb butter. Now, here's the sequel with portobello mushrooms. Boom. Hang on, I don't want anyone to trip. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's Jack's new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack, the sequel to the classic, and bacon and Swiss, topped with the same melted garlic herb butter plus portobello mushrooms and grilled onions. Spoiler alert, it's awesome.
I was a single mom and wasn't there for my kids. I'd been partying since I was 14, and by my 20s, I was drinking and taking painkillers and drugs most every day. I tried to quit many times when I found out about Schick Shadle's #1 rated program for alcohol. Schick's highly effective 10-day treatment returned me to being the person and mom I always wanted to be. It's been more than 3 years. Schick Shadle saved my life.
If you have a friend or loved one that needs help, call today. Give us 10 days and we'll give you a new life.
Call the plumber.
Oh, stop freaking. I'll call Beacon.
Beacons is the company you can rely on. Once you call them, you'll never, ever call anyone else.
Next time you have a plumbing problem, don't start freaking. Call Beacon Plumbing.
Live from Lake Washington, the Boeing Seafair Air Show, featuring the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, presented by Albert Lee Appliance.
You have been waiting, and now it is time. Welcome back. It is time for Fat Albert to fly over Lake Washington, and our guest right now is Navy Lieutenant Greg Bollinger. He's going to explain for us. I mean, we know how to enjoy this show, but you're going to explain for us all of the training and all of the know-how and all of the practice that goes into this. Pretty spectacular.
Yes, Monique, there's a lot of things that go into making this a successful demonstration. 130 people are behind the scenes working to make this go off. And as you see, Fat Albert's now getting in position to start the show. And we're looking forward to it. Glad to be here.
You know, it is terrific to have you here. And I got to tell you, I call this plane, everyone calls it Fat Albert. I kind of call it the bumblebee of the group because it does seem like it's just this big fat thing hanging over us. But it has quite a capacity, right? It can hold quite a few folks in there and serve a couple of different purposes.
It does. As you see from the right now, they're setting up to do a max climb. This would simulate them taking off with a crew and a load in a very short runway, and they have the capability to do that. Throughout the year, we actually travel with our personnel and what we call our show load to many locations on Fat Albert. So they take all of our parts, our equipment, the resources that we need to go and do the routine maintenance the jets need every time they fly. So Fat Albert, in support of the demonstration, also transports personnel and equipment.
And here they are pulling up. And what kind of G's are they pulling there?
Usually in Fat Albert, they may pull around 2 Gs. That sensation there, it'll get you right back in your seat pretty good. And then when they push forward, then you have the floating sensation coming right after.
Yeah, I've seen from the meteor rides, our own meteorologist Morgan Palmer, who was just on here a second ago, got to go up the other day. He said that's when everybody starts clapping and screaming, is when they experience weightlessness at the top there.
Yes, they definitely enjoy it.
And this is also, now who do we have flying this right now? Oh.
Right now we have Major Dusty Cook who's flying, and he's setting up for the parade pass. That's over at Boeing Field right now, so this means that all of our crew and maintainers that are over there have finished the takeoff checks and getting the jets taxiing. So now, as you see there, Captain Tom Frost, the flight leader and commanding officer of the team, is taxiing the jets down for their launch from Boeing Field.
Will you see them on the screen right now? We will certainly hear them very, very soon from where we sit. I was asking you actually about the pilot of Fat Albert, which we'll get back to now. And you said this is who flying right now?
Major Dusty Cook. He is flying. He's been with the team for 2 years, and he's currently flying. And you also have someone that'll be giving him information. So he'll fly, and he'll also have with him Major Mark Hamilton, who's actually giving him cues and reference points so he can safely hit all of his marks and have a great demonstration.
Okay. Well, I know when I was lucky enough to fly with the Blues 3 years ago, and I asked them back then, when are we going to get a Blue Angels female pilot? And they said, it's coming, it's coming. And not today, but one of the pilots for Fat Albert is your first female pilot, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Did you see them doing the parade pass? But we have Captain Katie Higgins. She's a Naval Academy graduate, and she is the first Blue Angels female pilot flying the demonstration for Fat Albert. Doing great, and we've it's been a great opportunity to have her on the team, to see the attention and inspiration she's given to not just young girls but young boys. We can do anything we set our minds to, and her family was involved in Navy aviation. Her father was an F-18 pilot, and now she's flying Fat Albert in the demo. Oh, the jets are turning, so they should be going smoke on here very shortly. And that's an awesome shot that you can see Bert coming around, which they're getting in position for their next maneuver, and the jets should be launching here shortly.
And look at that backdrop too. Boy, you guys take full advantage of making the Blue Angels kind of a recruiting tool for you all. We love to see these planes come into our airspace because it makes us look good too in this area. You guys like being here as well.
Oh yes, we've had a great time. The city, the people here have been wonderful, great support, great interactions, and talking to numerous people, that just giving them my story about how I came into the military and talking to them about what they can do. And I love asking kids what their favorite subject in school is. It's just awesome to hear. And I love when they say math, because I'm a financial guy. I work with money, so that's interesting to see people thinking with the future and working hard as they're young to make sure they follow their dreams.
Speaking of numbers, wow, Fat Albert is at a pretty low number as far as height-wise above the water right now.
Oh yes, this is their low pass, where they come in. They're about 50 feet over the water for that pass, and then they'll climb back up. And now he's going to get into position. Major Dusty Cook will get Fat Albert in position for their head-on pass.
Wow. And the head-on pass just means coming
directly in front of the
you.
crowd, right over center point. And as they do that, they will climb above and then depart the airspace.
Wow, that is quite an entry and exit that Fat Albert makes here. You can see folks down on their boats craning their heads too to get that shot. That is beautiful. Quite a plane. And there's quite a bit of coordination, as you touched on, between Fat Albert is not just doing its thing, but it's also synced up with, this is when the Blue Angels are going to come in, and you kind of communicate back and forth to get this all properly lined up.
That is correct. There is a lot of communications. We have a communication boat, there's a boat out there with people talking to the pilots, and they also have comms with the Fat Albert crew right now to ensure that as the Delta is launching and they're airborne, that they're safe and out of the way. So as Fat Albert departs, they can clearly and safely come around. Safety is the most important aspect as Fat Albert comes down the ridge there for their head-on pass.
Goodness,
a beautiful view from those homes. They get it up close and personal with Fat Albert.
They certainly do.
But safety is paramount, so we work to make sure the airspace and all of the maneuvers, they're done in a safe environment, and there's no traffic or airliners coming. They're all going around this 5-mile radius we have right now over Lake Washington.
Boy, and now where we're sitting, Fat Albert is coming just right above us. That does look like a roller coaster, doesn't it? Makes you feel like you get to the top of that roller coaster when it levels out.
Yes, it does.
You can almost feel weightless just watching it. And now we see here are the Blues coming in their diamond formation. Or is this the
This is
Delta?
the Delta. So this is the formation for a remote entry. They will come around and then they will do a head-on over the ridge. So they're getting in position for that right now.
And we can explain to everybody the Delta formation is when all 6 are together, correct?
That is correct. So they will start out with this Delta pass. It will be a head-on, and then from there the diamond foreplane will separate, and then the solos will ease back as they begin to do their separate maneuvers until at the end of the show they will form together again to continue with some more Delta maneuvers.
And you all, when you start your year, you start a little bit further away, and as you get to know one another better and you train more, then they get closer and closer until your goal is 18 inches, is that right?
18 inches, you know, making sure they're safe. Sometimes with the comfort level they may be closer than that, but yes, you are correct. They start out far apart. 120 flight hours of training flights that they need to do while they're in El Centro to make sure not just I'm maybe a second year pilot, so there's a second year pilot, people that will return next year, but also it's the cohesion and the trust that is developed within that. So even if, you know, I'm comfortable flying 18 inches, if this is a new person, we need to build that trust and teamwork to be able to fly comfortably.
Now those are planes 1 through 6. Can you take us through who's flying them all? The boss is number 1.
Yes, Captain Tom Frosch. He is the flight leader and commanding officer. He's flying number 1. We also have number 2, that is Lieutenant Matt Suterhoud. He is the right wingman. He's from Hawaii, actually.
And then coming up on at 3 is directly across from.
Yes, so 3 and 2 fly together, and their wings are one of the closest things, and that is number 3, Lieutenant Andy Talbot.
And the guy in the back then is number 4, correct?
Number 4, Lieutenant Commander Nate Barton. He's actually was stationed at Whidbey, and I think after his time on the team will be returning to this area. He's the slot pilot. He actually is very important as far as helping the development of the diamond cohesion.
Now I've got to say number 5 is my favorite. He's the guy who took me up 3 years ago and took care of me, so I am forever grateful.
Outstanding. Yes, that's number 5, Lieutenant Commander Mark Tedrow. He is the lead solo.
Okay.
And then finally we have Lieutenant Ryan Chamberlain, number 6. He's the opposing solo, and next year he'll be moving up to the 5 as they transition and fulfill their different roles on the team.
Okay. And as they come in Delta formation, we'll see them break apart pretty soon and be in diamond formation, correct? And with the 2 solos breaking off.
That is correct. So as they come over the ridge, the diamond will continue straight ahead and then bank away, and the solos will slowly release, and then they will follow right over our heads, and they will become inverted. Or not inverted, they will actually do a transfer maneuver where they will cross each other and return to center point.
Okay. Now, obviously, as we can see them coming over, they're such a beautiful sight, and they have so many trees, they have mountains, they have water, everything. How is it that you all are able to map out in relation to your surroundings when they break off, when they come back, and so forth?
Well, on every Thursday at a show location, we fly our circle maneuvers where we get our reference points. So the pilots will go and they will fly their passes. So the pass they're doing right now, as you see the solos setting up for their opposing 360, this is their remote entry. So as they're breaking apart right there, they'll accelerate to 400 miles an hour. They're pulling some serious G there, and then they will again cross at center point as they begin to set up the next maneuver.
You know, Lieutenant, it's pretty obvious as I've been talking to you even off air here for several minutes. You can tell you're a Blue because you know how to exactly pause, wait for the noises to go by, and then resume your conversation again. It's a skill you have to pick up.
Yes, you do get used to doing that. So as the solos depart, you'll see Boss will be setting up the diamond for coming in for their 360. That is one of the most famous maneuvers because of the proximity, the close proximity of the 18-inch wingtip to wingtip. So as he goes behind the crowd and begins to set them up for that maneuver, this is where you talk about too, while he's behind the crowd, as he's coming in for the 360, he has reference points that he found on Thursday, and he's mapped and he's looked at done his research, making sure that we are coming over center point, being safe, and giving the crowd a professional and a successful demonstration for the whole weekend.
And then 2 and 3 are, do you call it flying the paint?
They are flying paint. So basically, the flight leader, Boss, is going to be looking ahead. He's the one that gets to see this beautiful scenery we have here in Seattle. As he's looking, and you see them coming in right now with that very close proximity. As you see 2 and 3, they are flying paint off of his jet. Their wingtip to wingtip is within 18 inches, as you see there. Number 4 is right tucked up under their wingtips, and he is monitoring their close proximity. And Boss is leading them and ensuring that they are flying based on his reference points. And that is the trust and teamwork that is essential and a part of this team to make us a successful demonstration squadron and represent the teamwork and trust that goes into the Navy and Marine Corps as a whole.
Absolutely necessary. Lives literally depend upon it. And as you're talking about that, and as we look at, is this...
Now this is the solos. Yes, they are coming in for their start of their actual solo routine where they will do a knife edge pass. So they will demonstrate focus and timing. They will go to a knife edge, they will pass, and then they will roll back flat, and then they will max perform and push out the jets.
So they're
gonna rotate 90 degrees right here. They did a smoke on to reference each other. And there they go.
I swear I feel like a 5-year-old. I just want to clap. That's fantastic.
So out of those maneuvers, they not only exit, but they also have cues where they rotate at certain sequence, and then they depart. And they're working on making sure those are matched, another max performance of the aircraft.
And they're back in diamond now.
Yeah, so the diamond is coming in for another maneuver. It is the diamond roll. It's familiar, many people have seen it, and they're about at 400 miles an hour, and they will rotate 360 degrees as a unit. So they will stay together, stay at a very close proximity, and then depart off to crowd left.
And they really do look like they're holding hands when they do this, it seems like.
It is very, very precise, and again, that form flying that is taught to all Marine and naval aviators, but it is taken to an additional close proximity here with the Blue Angels.
That is just stunning. Now, as we were talking about before, this is very nice weather, but we do have more clouds than we had